podcast or the post-stream upload, my savage ladies and gentlemen, random viewers of YouTube. I'm your host, Savage Recluse, getting ready to sit down and play this magnificent classic from way back in the day, Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. I need to go ahead and finish with my stream setup really quick, and then I'll probably be working with the first few people to come into the chat to try and give you guys the best audio quality, etc. Not sure if I'll leave the camera on once I start the game or if I'm about to shut that off, and let's go from there. Some people like it when streamers use the face cam, some people don't, so boom. Yeah, I'm sure the game's music is a little loud in comparison to my voice, but really I need some feedback from you guys. How's the audio quality? Should I leave the face cam on? Should I remove it? I'm about to hang out at this menu, and first and foremost, I guess, I'll finish my bowl, and then I'll probably light up a cigarette, get the game started. We'll see where we're at with everything. Well, I've got my playback muted now, but I would have needed to take the headset off to actually hear, you know, how my voice is stacked up against the in-game audio. Rock and roll. I need to get my PlayStation Plus turned back on. It might be a few days still before I get that done, but I'm technically early as it is, and I wouldn't even say I'm officially back. This is just me killing a little bit of time this afternoon, trying to get things ready to go. I might play a couple different games with you guys today, and just do an audio check on a few of them. Possibly work on the descriptions in the post stream and work on the tags and stuff. I need thumbnails as well, bad. It's just stuff I haven't really even felt like doing for a long time. This game is one of my all-time favorites though. As far as like just a straightforward, lighthearted adventure game goes, this is one of the best. I feel like this is one game when I was younger that never left me wondering what I was supposed to do next. And while this is rated E for everyone, I'm going to let you know right now, my stream is not for kids. Maybe I'll do more family-friendly gaming in the future as my son gets a little bit older. But for now, as it sits, if your kids are watching this, or you are a kid watching this, you really should go and get your parents' permission. Yeah. varying reasons for that. Probably should have said something about that before all the cannabis smoking, but you know, it's okay. Oh no, I've still got a dead chat. What am I gonna do? I guess I'll just wait right here until somebody pops in and I can ask them about the audio quality. I know it's not super entertaining for the viewers, but I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to be thorough here at the beginning. And I don't know if I could be more thorough than smoking a bowl and enjoying a cigarette while I wait for things to get moving here. It's been a long couple of days, folks, but I made it to the other side. I'm ready to start working on my channel, which is something I just unfortunately haven't been able to get to. And if I just get a few games set up with the audio and, you know, get some descriptions ready, get some tags ready, I'll be happy. I'll feel like I'm ready to go on Monday. Well, thumbnails as well. And of course, because that's all stuff that I do myself, like, it's not going to be a lot of fun, but there's something I was working on last year towards November, December that I never got to finish either, and God only knows how much more work I have to do on that. But if anyone remembers what I'm talking about, cool. If no one's got a clue, I don't really feel like elaborating. Something I only mentioned a couple of times anyway. This is one of my all-time favorite games growing up, though. It's still fucking perfect today. The only thing they could have done is make it longer, you know, make it bigger. But there are people that have apparently been modding this game over the last few years. There's some interesting stuff I've seen going on in the PC gaming community. It's pretty fucking cool. Just custom levels and stuff like that. And some of them look extra janky, but it is what it is. The level designers that actually worked on the game did a fantastic job. Like, absolutely no complaints here. I need to continue Beyond Good and Evil, and I need to continue my run on the Long Dark survival mode. Both of those are things that I dropped back in the tail end of last year as well. I've already beat Beyond Good and Evil once on the stream. My goal was to beat it twice in 2024, but well, we'll see if I ever actually get a chance to get this started here. Might pack up another bowl. over here looking through the little side tab. I always see a ton of people playing Warzone, but Warzone content is usually not what I'm clicking on. Sorry, man. We're doing new stuff with the channel. That happened fast. No. Just no. Alright, I'm about to step away for one moment. I probably am about to pack up another bowl, but I will be right back. Kind of just waking up, folks, but not really. It just has been a really slow morning, which, like I said, I've had some crazy days, so I'm just taking it easy. The start of this stream included. Maybe like when I sit back down, we'll go ahead and I'll just go through the intro again. We'll take it from scratch. But I'll be right back. Well, it's pretty easy. At first I thought I was about to have to blend a little bit of tobacco into some cannabis that I had chopped up already, but really I just had some roaches sitting on the side, so I'm like, roaches. Don't need no roaches around here. I know a lot of people though that'll keep roaches off to the side for when they're out, and that's pretty slick. Here's a little bit of glue. But I still don't feel firmly planted in my seat. It's all that damn coffee. Let's go. What is up and welcome in the Gamer Ray. Man, I have been waiting for anybody that would actually respond to what I was saying, but this is like the task at hand, my man. I need you to let me know, do I need to turn my audio up? Do I need to turn the in-game audio down? Like, I need you to kind of help me mix this right at the start, because this is kind of like a session 0. I'd like to get set up on the Long Dark today, and I'd like to get set up here with Jack and Daxter. Maybe I'll even go into Beyond Good and Evil and try to sync the game audio up with my voice. Wanted to work on some descriptions, tags, thumbnails as well, so that's a goal coming up here. What is up and welcome into the chat, my man. Thank you for joining me. Whoa. I'm just trying to get going today, man. You know what I'm saying? But no, I've been here like the whole time. You know what I'm saying, folks? I've been doing this for years. Hell no, I don't want to overwrite that. No, what is going on?
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
And here they are anyway.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Ah! I'm fine. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
Alright, so
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
to me, that is like one of the most awesome game beginning cinematics ever. Like, and the way it explains what you need to do going forward, fucking beautiful.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
You guys think I should leave the camera on or turn it off? What's your opinion on that? I'll probably play through Geyser Rock and then I'll shut the stream down, work on my description and my tags, and go from there later. A little bit later on today, I plan on doing the same thing with The Long Dark and Beyond Good and Evil as well. Because this stream got started at noon, I'm kind of planning on using that for my starting time going forward, and some days I'll only be running a single broadcast, some days I'll be running multiple. Not every day will I start at noon, but probably the earliest that I will start is noon.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
I don't think it's in the way 100%. Boom. It's got that old school auto save feature where every significant thing you do kind of becomes a checkpoint. Do not remove the memory card or turn off the PS2 system. Well, I'm on PlayStation 4. Are we going to explain these scout fly boxes? Perhaps I did already.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
This game's pretty forgiving too, like right there where I went to run off the edge, like he just automatically clips onto the cliff and like grabs it so you can climb back up. You can go too far, you can mess that up and just fall right off the sides. I definitely did many times as a kid, but it's got some pretty forgiving gameplay.
Notice how each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Thought these little lanterns spread throughout the beach were pretty interesting when I was younger, and I'm pretty sure they light up if you stay here long enough for it to become nighttime. There's really nothing out here except you can see the mainland. Like you can see Samos's hut. Looks like you can see all the way to the Forbidden Jungle. You can see Sandover Beach. It's pretty cool. And the fact that it's like seamless, like there are cutscenes, but there are no loading screens. Man, I love that. Even the trip to Misty Island as a kid kind of felt real, and it wasn't something you could skip. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense.
Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Everything is like part of the journey. Like, you can't just fast travel to the Blue Sage's hut in the Rock Village. Like, you actually have to go there through the Fire Canyon on Kira's Zoomer and like open up the portal. You know, I mean, that's fucking badass. And then of course from that point on you can travel from the Blue Sage's hut to the Green Sage's hut. You can backtrack in the game to go back and get the other precursor orbs and power cells that you missed. That's super cool. And some people would say that sucks, you know, like not every gamer is going to have the same opinion, honestly. Like, some people would be mad that you can't just automatically get to these other important places or easily get to them.
This is a precursor door.
But I just feel like it made it more...
It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
I try not to talk over Samos, you know what I'm saying? You've got to have some respect for your elders.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Man, I was excited to get this game when I was younger. I remember watching the commercials for it, and I think it had already been out for like 2 years at the point I actually got a chance to play it, but damn, I loved every second of it. It took me a while to beat, but it's not the hardest game in the world, and it really shouldn't be. I mean, it was rated E for everyone, so like...
With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
I think it was just supposed to be like a fun, easy, lighthearted adventure. You didn't have to shoot for 100% completion to beat the game, and that's cool. I forget what the minimum
Those
number
little
of...
green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
It's crazy that we're this far into Geyser Rock though, and he's just now teaching me about the green eco. Now with that being said, yeah, I can't remember what the minimum of power cells you need to get to Gaul and Maya is.
You can jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Let's go. That's Geyser Rock. Alright. Now, before I go any further, I'm gonna check my audio finally. I wanted to hear what it sounded like to you guys.
Great! You found all of the power cells on the island. Come back to the warp gate so I can bring you back to the lab. Hurry up!
How long have I been muted for? Not too long, I guess. Alright.
Great! You found all of the power cells on the island.
I think it's okay.
Come back to the
I think you guys are telling me the truth.
Back to the lab.
And yeah, I realized I wasn't muted for very long, right? I just wasn't sure why I muted myself right there. I was confused. I'm about to chill just a little bit longer. We're gonna see if the lights flick on. It looks like they kind of already have. Just barely though. I think, yeah, it's gonna be more prominent as it gets darker, or as I travel through like darker areas. Pretty cool. It is very weird to me though. They have these boxes directly as you come through the portal, and they didn't feel like talking about green eco until we were almost all the way through the tutorial. I was just like, they're right there. Alright, let's go. Well, I don't know, guys. We always come to this fork in the road. Should we go to the Green Sage's hut? The Green Sage's hut? Or the Green Sage's hut? When presented with those kinds of options, right?
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Alright. I'm not supposed to go too much further. I guess we'll talk about the A-grab zoomer. Well, I mean, if I'm about to do all this over again, I might as well just quit back to the main menu and hang out with you guys for a second and then take off. You know. We'll get the exposition about the zoomer really quick. Tell us all about it.
Hey, baby! What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
Ah, you don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. One thing that I guess bothers me now more than it ever did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I thought it was kind of cool that Jack didn't have a voice. And now that I'm older, it annoys me because they implemented a voice for him later in the series, which I feel like it was a cool voice. Like, he was like masculine and heroic, and like, he's a male main character, so like you would expect a man to be like a man and a woman to be like a woman. Also very cool that in that dialogue she says I don't date animals because we live in this weird fucking furry generation with all these fucking freakazoids running around the goddamn world, and I'm just like, man, that's not cool. I'm like, come on folks, like there's just no decency left. But there's a little bit to be found in this fucking classic from Naughty Dog Studios. Because that's like her first rule. She's like, no animals. It's like, well, there you go. Jack's still got fairly good chances. Since he didn't get turned into an orange rat. Love the music though. Love like the little details in the environment, this fountain, the butterflies, like the fish. Let's check out one of my all-time favorites from this game. We're gonna go for a swim. I don't think it'll take too long. Now, if you get permission from the fisherman to use his boat, getting to Misty Island is no challenge. But if you try to do this... Oh. He said, you're not diving on me. How quick can I get the shark to come after me if I just roll off the dock here? Just for entertainment's sake. We're a little bit closer to Misty Island this time, though. Alright, I'm gonna double jump on him. I'm gonna double jump on him! No! He got me! He doesn't like to dive. He doesn't like to double jump. He never has. He never has. And you're not gonna spin fist a lurker shark. No, he took a bite right out of the fisherman's boat. Let's go take a peek at the boat in question. Yeah.
Did you see the size of the bite that lurker shark took out of the fisherman's boat? We best stay way clear of them. I don't think we can tackle a creature that dag nasty.
Yeah. I've always loved this game and always will. Maybe instead of trying to stick to a schedule today, I'll just stream The Long Dark here in a minute. I'm not sure if I have to re-download it or if I just have to open it up in my library. My PS4's hard drive got corrupted while I was playing Call of Duty not that long ago, and everything disappeared off my main screen. Of course, you gotta pull it all back out again. So I haven't gotten around to everything, but I'll have this description and the tags to work on. I'll probably do a thumbnail for this, but I'm not sure what my thumbnail will be. Maybe I'll just find like an old copy of the game and stick a rolled up joint and ashtray or something next to it. You know what I'm saying? Something simple. That basically sums up what you're going to see while you're here. Just taking a look around, kind of just panning around with the camera. But yeah, I love all the different plants and flowers, like very cool. I think it's pretty insane that they have a bar that serves alcohol, and like in this second game, I think that there is a lurker running a restaurant in Haven City. But like, food really isn't, you know, gone into detail as far as this game goes. Like, lots of early 2000s adventure games featured all kinds of crazy items and stuff, and in this game they're just like, no, all Jack needs is green eco. It's what he sustains himself on. He's like basically eating mana. It's crazy. But they do have the yak cows over here, and I mean, look at that giant egg. I'm sure they could have eaten that. You got the weird little truffle pig out in the swamp. And I mean, the fisherman catches fish, so, you know, the farmer is farming the yak cows. And all kinds of little funky animals running around. This just feels like a place, like, you look around and it's like you could smell it. You know what I'm saying? The ocean, the vegetation, like, it's a pretty badass world, I'm not gonna lie. And graphically, I mean, is it as detailed as games that are coming out today? No, it's not, but like, the atmosphere is fucking excellent, the gameplay is fantastic, the story's great. It's like, I don't even fucking need the new graphic. I don't need the new graphic quality. I want the old graphic quality with the better games. Like, the idea that, like, you know, you have to spend millions and millions and millions of dollars to make a game look good when they don't even function half the time is just disrespectful to gamers. Like, make a game that's fun to play. And this game is. Look, I've just been running around the town. I haven't even, like, started collecting orbs and power cells and scout flies yet, and that's because this isn't the real broadcast. This is just kind of like a prototype stream that gives me something I can work on. I can copy and paste my description and my tags. If I get a thumbnail put on this over the next couple of days, I can use the exact same thumbnail when I go to start the actual stream of this game. And I think it's gonna kind of be like a semi-blind speed run, because I can't remember exactly where everything is, but I would like to see how fast I can get the game done. And I don't think that that's going to harm my enjoyment of it at all, because I mean, I've had my opportunity to look around the starting area here, and there's a lot of back and forth in the game, so I'll still get my chance to do some sightseeing while I complete the story and collect everything. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, I'm about to go ahead and finish this up, I guess, guys. Let me try to get a better grasp on the controls really quick. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and... What are the graphic options? Center screen, aspect ratio. That's interesting. Move D-pad. Okay, so aspect ratio, what do you guys think it's better in? Would you rather see it in the 16:9, or would you rather see it in the 4:3? Maybe I should try to check out a custom, or a cutscene in the 4:3. Whoops. Oh, I don't know if I do like that.
Well, hello.
It makes
there,
things
my
look a
dear
little
boy.
bit better, though.
You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, But I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
Alright. Now let's go back. Aspect ratio, we'll go 16:9. And we'll talk to this guy. Maybe it doesn't look that much better.
As well. The first I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look, if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing, if by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
I continue to walk around the village and hit cutscenes and shit. Alright. Sound options, sound effects volumes, music volume, speech volume. Is it all on 100? Music volume is actually turned down. Sound effects volume is turned down. The speech volume is full blast. Those must just be the vanilla settings for the game. What are the game options? Vibrations on, play hints on, language, English. What kind of languages do they have? Oh, they've got French, Italian, Dutch, Spanish. We'll stay with English. But thanks to it. I wonder what Samuel's the Sage sounds like in French. It's really cool that the game was translated into that many languages, though, because it's like something that's probably iconic to all kinds of people from that time period. Like, you know, so all over the world, that's something that I have in common with tons of different people. I love the colors and the characters. Yeah, that is awesome, man. It was great level design. And like the fact that there are no loading screens in this game from the start to the finish, like I don't know if people know what a big deal that is now. Well, thank you very much, Gamer Ray and Mrs. Savage, for helping me out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I do appreciate you hanging out with me in the chat on this particular stream. I just needed a little bit of help. I wanted to make sure that the sound was good, you know what I'm saying? Kind of talk to people about what I planned on doing going forward, and yeah, you guys made it a better stream by coming through, jumping in with me, and, you know, hanging out. As usual. Peace, folks. Be back with the Long Dark here in just a little bit. Don't quote me on it, you know, I mean, it might take me an hour or two, but it also might be about 30-45 minutes, so we'll see.